class that I have planned for us today is a class that helps us to calm some of the Vata energy that's going on right now. So Vata is an Ayurvedic term. There's three different main doshas or combinations of elements that we talk about in Ayurveda, and everybody, every living thing at all has different proportions of these doshas. So the Kapha dosha, for instance, is a very earthy, like very grounded energy. The Pitta is a very fiery energy. That's what gets us, excited and going and stuff like that. And then our Vata energy is the one that we're going to focus on today. This is a combination of the elements of air and ether, space type of energy. And so this energy is it's not good, it's not bad, it just is what it is, and everybody has at least a little bit of it. Some people, that's their dominant dosha, and some people that's they're least dominant. So everybody ranges everywhere on the spectrum. So Vata, the air and the space element. So these are beneficial for looking at intuitive type hits. It's that like coming to us from something else. Something somewhere that couldn't have been us came to us. So that's the beneficial side of Vata. The bad side of Vata is that it can make us either spacey or like panicky. In different times of the year will also affect these doshas because the various seasons will have more of the fire or more of the air. And so right now with our spring and how we're having some windy days in New Mexico, we have a lot of this extra Vata energy going on around us. But also with this COVID-19, where there's a lot of panic, a lot of stress, just unsurety about life, it's kind of thrown us up into the air, and we're not really sure what to do with it. So that's why our intention today and our theme that has to do with Vata and helping to bring some of that Vata energy down, helping to calm it and helping to balance it, especially connecting back to the earth element, to that sensation. So there's going to be a lot of our poses that get us down into the hips, down into the legs, and help us to just ground. Okay, and then the last thing before we go onto our mats and get started, there is a breath that we're going to take multiple times through the class today. So I just want to show you right here where I'm a lot more clear. So this breath, we start off with our inhale, the arms float up. It's like you're touching the air, you're touching that space. And then the exhale, we bring the hands through the center and we slowly push the hands down to the earth, like we're trying to connect that very air down to the grounded element. So that'll be part of what we do today. Inhale, reaching up, exhale down. And as we get started, when we're laying on our backs, I'm also going to have us do alternate nostril breathing. So we'll include that circle that we just did. So inhale, and then exhale. And then you take your right hand, you use the thumb to plug off the right nostril. And then you inhale in left. Then you plug off left nostril, exhale out right. Inhale right. Exhale left. So that's called the alternate nostril breathing. So inhale just the left nostril, the right one's plugged. Exhale, plug off the left, exhale right. Inhale right, exhale left. So when we're getting started, that's exactly what we're going to do. It's going to be one breath for the inhale circle, and then exhale down, and then you grab your right thumb, plug off right, inhale left, exhale, plug off left, exhale right, and then inhale right, exhale left. So we're going to go over down onto our mats, and even though we're laying on the ground, we're still going to do that same motion, and I'll guide us through 5 rounds of all of that. So feel free to make your way down all the way onto your backs. And then as you're laying down, make sure you're comfortable. If you need to have your feet planted or anything like that, that's perfectly fine. But you're laying here on your back. And with your inhale, let's begin. So inhale, circle the arms, gathering all that energy around you. Exhale down through the midline. Inhale, block off right. Inhale left. Block off left, exhale right. Inhale right. Exhale left. Good. Taking 4 more. Inhale, circle. Exhale down the center. Block off right, inhale left. Block off left, exhale right. Inhale right. Exhale left. Taking 3, huge circle. And down. Inhale left nostril. Exhale right nostril. Inhale right. Exhale left. 2 more total rounds. Circle up to the sky. And down. Inhale left. Exhale right. Inhale right. Exhale left. One last one. If you can slow down your breath at all, take it nice and slow. Inhale, gather. And ground. Inhale left. Exhale right. Inhale right. Exhale left. Beautiful. Feel your arms opening down onto the ground. This is helping us to literally feel Mother Earth, our body connected to the earth, our breath connected to the earth. The beautiful thing of that alternate nostril breath is it brings us into greater balance between all the different parts of who we are, the left part of who we are and the right part. That's the sun and the moon energy. Those energies that are clear up at the sky, they can be very spacey sometimes. So then touching this Mother Earth, let's take 2 more good breaths. Now we're going to take the shape like a banana. And so our left ankle crosses over the right ankle and the legs go all the way over as far as they can to the right. So it's off that side of the mat. We're not lifting the hips though, so only scooting as far as you can without lifting hips. Reaching the arms up overhead, grab onto the left wrist. And then the same thing, the shoulders, try to scoot off that right edge as far as they can without lifting the shoulders. And so then here, feel as much of your body still trying to touch the ground as possible. So it's less about just leaning over to the side, it's more about still feeling the groundedness, even in this deep stretch. Take 1 more good inhale. And then exhale, return everything back onto the mat. Stretch the arms overhead, long body stretch. Good. Second side, right ankle goes over left. The legs go to the left. Up overhead, hold on to right wrist. And the arms go over to the left. Huge side body stretch. Again, connect to Mother Earth. How much surface area can you get to be on the ground? Take 1 more good inhale. And then exhale, come back onto the mat. Take another little moment to stretch arms up overhead. And from here, slide the feet into plant. Once you make that position happen, hands are on the floor next to the hip. Let's take 3 rounds of bridge pose. So inhale, we lift up the tailbone, lift up the hips, lift up 1 vertebrae at a time to the highest spot. Exhale, roll back down. Take 2 more. Inhale, rise up. Make sure knees are slightly squeezing inward. and down. One more, inhale up, exhale down. Leave the left foot, right leg begins to stretch up to the sky. The hands can be on the thigh, the hands can be on the calf. Maybe some people have that foot. So whatever you can reach, try to grab onto that. And you're feeling the stretch through the entire backside of the leg. Maybe even adding ankle rolls if it's kind of tight right now. Okay, so right here we've got a lot of body contacting the earth and one part of us lifting upward to the sky, so touching into the air in the space. So let's return our hands down onto the floor next to the hips, and we'll take bridge pose 3 times like this with one foot lifted. So when you're ready, you inhale, lift up the tailbone, the hips, lift as high as you can. It may not be high at all, that's okay. Exhale, return back down. Taking that for 2, lift up and down. And then last one, up and down. Take this right ankle onto left thigh. It forms a triangle shape, and so we're going to hug around the left side. So the right hand has to make sure it goes into that triangle in the legs. Or if you can reach around the shin, that's fine as well. You just want to make sure your head can relax all the way down to the ground. And so here we got the hip opening. Try to keep that knee rotating open as much as it can. Sometimes I'll even use that right elbow to push on the knee. Take 2 more full deep breaths. Imagine, even though our hands are not actually gathering that air, imagine you're doing that same circle in your mind's eye. After that second exhale, drop the right foot to the ground. And second side, left leg takes its turn to stretch upward. So hold on to the leg, the thigh, the calf, as high up as you want to go. We're trying to straighten the leg, but it's still early on in class, so if it's not perfectly straight, don't even stress about it. If you wanted to do the ankle rolls, that's welcome as well. Okay, trying to lift up the hips, the hands find the earth, and then inhale, rise up the hips and the spine, and then relax back down, exhale, spine and hips. Taking 2 more. And 1. Take left ankle up onto right thigh, hands hug around the right side. Give it that good chance to open the hip again. See if in your mind's eye, once again, without actually using your hands, see if you can have that kind of like you're imagining your arms doing that same circle. Inhale, gather like a circle. Exhale, push down through the midline. Use long, slow breaths, just as if we were doing that with our arms. And take 2 more huge breath cycles. Okay, unwinding. We're taking happy baby pose. The knees go wide. Our hands are reaching either for ankles or for the feet. And then the feet are lifting up above the knees as much as we can. Now with this one, we're getting a lot more of our energy connecting up to this air and the space elements up there. And so even though we've got a lot of surface area up there, see if we can find the energy traveling downward still. So hands are trying to pull down as if we could get the entire thigh one day to touch the ground. We don't want to lift the hips super off the ground by trying to do that though. So it's more of a mental energy, trying to pull it open so that you feel the hips opening up for us. So take 3 more deep, slow breaths as if we're doing that circle with our arms. Okay, after that third breath, we're going to make our way up toward a seated position. So if you want to roll like a ball 3 or 4 times, that can feel really nice as a massage for the spine. But if you just want to come up, that's fine too. Whenever we're up and we're happy, we're going to head to a moment with Cobblers Pose. The bottoms of the feet touch, the knees are opening. And once again, not everybody's able to touch the thighs all the way to the ground, but you're imagining getting more and more surface area to touch the ground. It's trying to open up really wide. Lift the spine up tall, and then from the tallness, we see how far forward our spine wants to travel forward for us today. It may not be far at all, and that's okay. As soon as you've gone as far as you can with the long spine, then let the muscles start to relax so that it's like gravity's trying to take over and pull us all the way down. So see if you can connect to that very earthy quality of this hip opener stretch. Starting to rise back up. We're going to lengthen the right leg up to the sky. What we're doing is holding on either to the ankle area or to the foot area. And we're letting this right leg have a chance to lengthen. Again, we're trying to feel the groundedness of everything else. So this left leg that's on the ground, feel it connected to the earth, feel the hips into the earth. And imagine that the more we straighten the spine, the more the energy of the spine can also travel down to the earth. The right leg stretching clear up high as much as it can. And then 5 times, let's find a gentle little pulse to help out the hamstrings. So bend that right knee and straighten. Here's 4, 3, 2. With every straightening, it's like connecting to that the sky and the space again. And here's 1. Leave this one straight. We're taking a twist. The left hand goes either to the outside of the foot or the ankle, calf, whatever you can reach. Left hand to the outside of right. The leg goes past midline if possible, so we can start feeling the outer thigh. And then this right arm starts to twist open behind us. It's like right now we're gathering up more and more space. We're trying to expand ourselves as far as possible. Okay, when we unwind the twist, this right arm comes back. The right foot goes straight down onto the ground. The left foot just tucks right up to the thigh. Inhale, reach upward to the sky, long, long spine. Exhale, relax your way forward, finding the earth quality. So it's like we just gathered air, we gathered space, and now we're bringing it right back down to the earth. Start to rise back up, and we're gonna switch it out. So leave this right leg down on the ground. You can start to tuck it in. Left leg is the one that's gonna straighten up to the sky. If you can clasp hands around the foot to straighten it up, that's fine. If you need to grab more onto the ankle or wherever you can reach, that's also great. Trying to straighten the spine. Leg straight. Take a few more breaths right here at this spot. It's like the straighter we can make the leg, the more we're connecting upward to that air element. And then let's take those 5 pulses. So knee gently bends and straighten. Here's 4, 3, 2, and last one. Hold it a moment longer, just like this. And then we'll start heading to the twist. Right hand finds its way to the outside of the foot, ankle, calf, whatever you can reach. Left hand winds its way open. Good. Release. We set this left foot long in front of us. The right foot's tucked right up to the thigh. Inhale, find the air. Exhale, relax forward, find the earth. Take one more huge inhale. A good exhale. And then rise back up toward a seated place, just a nice cross-legged position. And here, let's do our circle breath. We won't do this one with the alternate nostril breathing. We'll save the next round of alternate nostril for right at the end. So inhale, we're really trying to gather as much air and space as we can. Exhale, ground it right down through the midline. Let's take 5 more, nice and slow. Inhale. Exhale, ground. 4. 3. 2. And 1. Take a moment to bring your hands in prayer position right in front of your heart. And just check in with yourself. What do you feel more of at this moment? Do you feel more of the air element or more of the earth element? Just notice. And by the way, I just have to mention, it's so cool to think about with each of those breaths for all, however many, 5, 10 of us that are here, all of us are sitting here breathing together. And I thought that was just so cool. So yay, thanks for joining me. Let's take just 2 or 3 more breaths just to tune in with how we're feeling right now. Okay, we're gonna make our way up onto hands and knees. Now notice the next part of the class, we're going to get less and less of our surface area on the ground. And so this is an important time to, whatever is touching the ground, feel that connection. So coming all the way onto hands and knees. Now from here, inhale, circle the spine all the way up to the sky, touching the air element. Exhale, belly drops down. It's as if the belly's trying to touch the earth element. So take a few of those. Inhale, sky. Exhale, belly to earth. Notice how the head does the opposite. When the back goes to the sky, the head goes to the earth. And then when the belly goes down, the head goes up. And so that's the way that our body balances itself. When something's getting airy, usually a different part of us will try to find the earth with all that we have to find that groundedness and that centeredness, no matter what's going on. Let's take 2 more rounds just like this. The spine goes back to straight. From here, the right arm goes forward, the left leg goes back. And always know if just balancing here is where you're gonna do the very best, that's work too. So you're welcome to just stay like this lightning bolt. If you're continuing with me, we're going to combine 2 poses back to back. So first, we try to imagine that this right hand can touch that left foot behind our back. If you find the connection, you take a brief moment pushing the foot into the hand to create a little back bend. This is connecting upward to the air. And then from here, we plant the right hand. The left foot goes clear off that right side, and we push the hips away as we gaze toward that right foot. So this one's connecting back to the earth with that foot. And so then right back up, find the balance. See if you can find the connection behind your back. Lift up. And then hand goes down, foot goes to the right, push the hips to the opposite way. Let's take 2 more of those. So finding the balance, maybe connect behind and push. And then right hand down, foot to the right, and hips to the opposite. 1 more, find the balance. Connection behind our back, push up. And right hand down, foot plants, hips shift. Good. Drop this left knee down, second side. So now it's right leg and left arm. Again, just playing with the balance for this part is fine. Otherwise, connection behind the back, lift up. And then hand down, foot to the left this time. And then hips to the right as you gaze to the left. Back to the straight line, balancing. Connection behind our back, lift. And hands down, foot down, push. Good, back to the balance, we've got 2 more. So find the straight line, maybe connection behind the back, lift. And earth, earth, push. Good, last one, straight line, connection behind our back, lift up, and earth, earth, push. Beautiful. Coming back down onto hands and knees. We're going to slither through toward a little back bend and then come back up to this almost like a child's pose type position. So the goal is that our heart is trying to get as close as it can to the ground the whole time. So it looks something like this. You start off in child, and then the heart tries to stay close to the earth. You slither forward and through, and then back bend maybe all the way up to cobra if your back's doing okay right now. And then heart back down, try to keep the heart close to the earth. As you go back, child pose. So we're going to try to take that 4 more times together. So child pose, heart tries to stay close to the earth, slither forward and through, and then heart finds the sky. Heart back down, hips start to travel back, heart's close to the earth, and child. 3 more. Take it nice and slow. And all the way down and through. And 1 more. Take a few extra breaths to feel child's pose. Very, very grounded pose. Whenever you feel ready to come up to a downward facing dog, just plant your hands, tuck the toes, start to lift the hips up high. Again, legs don't have to be all the way straight. You can pedal them around if that feels really helpful. Just whatever feels nice for the body. Giving those legs a nice chance to stretch out long again. Whenever you feel ready to work your way up toward the top of the mat, take little tiny baby steps until you're all the way up at the top in a nice forward fold, trying to let the spine be heavy. Now, if you're less flexible and the hips are kind of tilted up, bend the knees so that you have more space to actually stretch the glutes and the hamstrings. Otherwise, we're working a little bit straighter, traveling a little bit further into our class. Feel all the surface area you have connecting to the earth. So feel the feet spreading as wide as they can to be with the earth. If your hands can touch the ground, feel it spreading out, trying to deepen that connection. With our next huge inhale, we find our way circling through the side, stretching all the way up, a nice arch back. Feel the air. And hands down to the heart. Let's take a side body stretch. The right hand drops down. Left hand sweeps all the way up and over, kind of like that banana we took right at the first. And then back up. Left hand down, right hand all the way up and over. Gazing up to the sky. This one's an air element pose. And back down. Good. Now let's take 5 more rounds of our circle breath that we started with. Inhale, gather. Exhale, ground. 4. 3. 2. And 1. Beautiful. From here, inhale, circle the arms up to the sky. Exhale, forward fold all the way down to the earth. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, the hands find their way back to the earth. Just the right foot lunges all the way to the back of the mat. Right hand stays down. Left hand twists up to the sky, trying to reach the very air. It's like reaching up into the cosmos, that idea. How high up can you travel? And then as the hand comes down, it comes to the inside of the front foot. Maybe that left foot even works its way to the left even further. And we take a lizard pose. So maybe you're lifting up super high like this, but grounding through those 4 connection points. Maybe your right knee drops to the earth, finding a 5th connection. And maybe one or both elbows go down, trying to find more and more earth. So really play with it. How deep does your body want to go? But no matter where you end up, can you feel that connection to the earth? Coming back up onto both hands. This left knee comes back, and we take a puppy pose. So hips stay right over the knees, but we begin to walk the arms forward, heart again trying to be magnetized down to the earth. Some of us will have forehead on the ground. Some of us can do it the flip where the chin goes on the ground. So just listen to your body and how deep your spine is comfortable with right now. The hands slide in under your shoulders, and then just relax your hips back, purposely letting the spine kind of melt open like earth is taking over all over again. Extending the arms forward, downward facing dog, tuck the toes, lift the hips, try to stretch even higher and longer than before. Gazing forward, slightly bend the knees like a spring, step, walk, or even jump all the way to the top of the mat. Feel that connection to the earth in the forward fold. Take an inhale, take an exhale, inhale, rise. Exhale, we're pressing the energy down through the midline. Let's do 4 more breaths before we take the second side. Inhale, circle up. Exhale, ground down. 3, 2, and 1. One more inhale, circle all the way. Exhale, forward fold through the middle. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, hands find the earth, left foot lunges all the way back. And we twist that right arm clear up to the sky. This one's now trying to reach the very cosmos. What is it that's up there that I can connect to? It's almost like an antenna. Maybe we could connect with the collective consciousness of humanity right now. What are we going through as humans that maybe we needed this virus to teach us something? One more inhale. Exhale, this hand comes to the inside of the front foot. Maybe the right foot works its way further to the right. And then remember, this is where we play with lizard pose. You can find as many connections to the earth as you feel is great for your body right now. If you're working on a little bit more heat and strength, stay right here. 4 connections, feel the earth. Maybe left knee down, maybe left elbow down, maybe right elbow down as well. Up to you. Okay. Working our way back up onto hands. This knee comes back. Another puppy pose. The hips stay over the knees, the arms walk forward. Can the heart get closer to the earth this time? Even just a millimeter counts in yoga, remember that. Have the hands slide in so that you can safely set the hips all the way back. Take 2 or 3 breaths in child pose. Downward facing dog. This should be the tallest place our hips have been yet, reaching higher up to the sky. When you're ready, bend the knees, step walk or jump all the way up to the top of the mat. Forward fold, feel the earth. Take another inhale, another exhale. Inhale, rise, circle up, exhale, gather through the midline. Let's go 2 more of those circles. Even slower. Good. Tree pose, we're standing on the left foot. The right knee opens. Maybe your right foot is in kickstand, just kind of on the ground. Maybe it's working up to the ankle, the calf, the thigh. No matter what we're doing, the hip is opening because the hip and the standing legs are our aspects of earth in this pose. Some of us may be just working on balance here, and that's great. Hands can be at the hips or heart. Otherwise, if your balance is okay, let's try to do 3 of those circles that we've been doing. So inhale, slow gather. Exhale, ground through the midline. 2. And 1. Leave the hands on the hips. Take another moment to feel the earth quality. And then drop this right foot all the way down. Right away, this has to become our root. So left knee starts to open. Is the tree pose at the kickstand? Is it an ankle, calf, thigh? Where does it feel best today? Arms can be in any position. Take a moment to feel the earth aspects, the hip opening, the right foot grounding. And if the balance is there, maybe 3 circles. Inhale, slow gather. Exhale, ground. 2. And 1. Feel the earth aspects, the hip and the leg. And then set this left foot all the way down. Good. From here, we're either going to take a full flow or I'll guide you when to just step back into down dog, and that's fine as well. So inhale, arms gather. Exhale, arms through the midline, going all the way to the earth. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, forward fold, plant the hands. At this point, you could just go back to the down dog or to plank. If you're taking the plank, we rock forward on the toes, squeeze the elbows into lower. Back bend of your choice. Never hurting the back. Good. And downward facing dog for everybody. Last one of the day, feel it lifting high. And then dropping the knees down. We're going to sit to one side of the feet, the legs swing forward. And here we're going to do a few last nice hip and leg openers, just to give us one last chance to really, really feel Mother Earth. And so we're starting off here with the left foot planted, and the right ankle comes back up onto that left thigh. From this seated position, this could be a good time just to push on that knee, helping to feel various muscles in the hip opening. Some of us might still want to clasp around the thigh. A little trick, if you still need more, slide that left foot closer. And sometimes I can even clasp my arms all the way around this connection, all the way around that knee and around the other side as well. Trying to lengthen the spine wherever we're at. Take one more inhale. Exhale, that bottom foot slides over to the right side. We try to stack this right shin on top of the other. If this is making the hips lift off the ground, just flip it to simple cross-leg position instead. We lift up with our spine nice and tall. Fingertips find the ground. Begin to walk the hands forward. Lifting up just a little bit. We're going to see how far we can walk our hands over to the right side without lifting up left hip. Maybe some of us can be back down on elbows at that spot, but if that lifts the left hip, that's too much. So just find the right amount of grounding over to this side. And then lift up just a little bit. Work your way back through the center over to the left. And see how far you can drop down without lifting right hip this time. Lifting up, work through the center, and then rise your spine all the way up. Second side, right foot plants. Left ankle comes up. Maybe we're leaning back, just pushing on that left knee. Maybe we're rising up to clasp. Maybe right foot slides in to create a steeper angle. Maybe the final hug. These options are all there for you to just choose the best spot for your body today. The bottom leg, we start to work that right foot over to the left so that the shins can stack, or again, just take cross-legged position. That's perfectly fine as well. Spine lifts up tall, fill a moment with the air and space elements, and then tilting forward, fingers find the ground. Continue to walk forward to a comfortable distance. That good stretch, that's what we're trying to find. Lifting up just a little bit so that we can walk over to the left. Try to drop down, maybe one elbow, maybe both, but again, don't let the opposite hip lift. Fill as much surface area as possible going to the earth. Pressing our way up, go through the center, over to the right side, and then relax back down. And lifting up enough to go through the center. Walk all the way up. Find a simple cross-legged position. Here we're going to end where we began with the circle and then the alternate nostril. Inhale left, exhale right, inhale right, exhale left. We'll do 3 rounds together. And then after our 3 rounds, we'll take a nice shavasana for these last few minutes. And then we'll hang around, and anybody who wants to chat afterwards, I'd love to check in with you. How are you guys doing? But let's first just wrap up this class with that beautiful breath. So when you're ready, huge inhale through the sides, reach up to the sky. Exhale, ground through the center. Block off the right nostril, inhale left. Block off left, exhale right. Inhale right. Block off right, exhale left. 2 more like that. Inhale, circle left. Exhale down through the middle. Inhale left nostril. Exhale right. Inhale right. Exhale left. 1 more, nice and slow. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale through left nostril. Exhale through right. Inhale through right. Exhale through left. Beautiful. Here we're going to make our way all the way down onto the ground. Find a comfortable position for your body today. So maybe you're just going to be flat on the ground. If your low back is giving you issues, you're welcome to plant the feet. Make the feet about as wide as your mat and just let the knees fall inward. You could also do Cobblers Pose, letting the knees go outward instead. You've got options. Just make your body comfortable. And we'll take a few minutes here just to be together in breath and in Shavasana. Imagine as a collective group that's gathering together right now, that we're all here focused at this moment on helping to ground the energy of the earth. All this chaos, all this panic, we're bringing it right back down to Mother Earth because she knows what to do to heal and to nourish and strengthen us. So let your breath just go. Huge, long inhales and exhales for the next few minutes. Begin to deepen your inhales and your exhales. And Introduce little movements back to fingers and toes, ankles and wrists. Stretching the body out like we're waking up first thing in the morning. Eventually rolling over to a nice fetal position on one side. And take maybe 3 or 4 more good deep breaths until you're ready to come up to a comfortable seated position, sooner or later. As we rise our way back up, let's allow ourselves to take one more slow circular breath, really imagining that energy of the earth, collecting it again and grounding it. Or sorry, energy of the sky, I keep on saying that, and then grounding it down to the earth. So let's take it all together when you're ready. Inhale. Exhale all the way down, touching the earth. One hand stays on the earth, one hand comes up to the heart. And here, take a moment to connect with how we feel again. We did a connection earlier. Compared to that point, what balance of the elements do we have right now? Do we have a lot of earth, a lot of groundedness, or do we have a lot of air, sky, space going on? Remembering that in these times when things are not very sure, we always have this ability to ground, to come back down, knowing that we don't have to live in panic and anxiety and stress. No matter what's going on around us, we can ground and reach whatever comes at us with equanimity and with knowing that somehow in the cosmic scheme, this is going to teach us whatever that lesson is. And so here, bringing both hands to the earth, let's wrap this beautiful time that we got to share together with the sound of Om. Inhaling together now. Om. May we all be filled with light and happiness and peace. Namaste.